All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about something called mitochondrial sabotage, and it might just be one of the biggest hidden reasons you're feeling low on energy. You know that feeling, that persistent fatigue, maybe some brain fog you just can't shake? Well, it's not all in your head. Turns out there's a literal war for your energy being fought right now, deep inside your cells. And ground zero for this entire battle is your mitochondria. Now, I know we all learned they're the powerhouse of the cell in high school biology, but honestly, that's like calling a supercomputer a pocket calculator. They do so much more than just make energy. They're running your whole operating system. I mean, just look at the scope of their job description. Yeah, of course, they generate ATP, that's the fuel for literally everything you do, but they also help regulate which of your genes get switched on or off. They're in charge of your stress hormones like cortisol. They synthesize hormones like testosterone and estrogen. And get this, they even act as tiny antennas, creating a direct link between your thoughts and feelings and your physical body. They are the ultimate command center. And that's exactly why this quote is so powerful, the unifying cause of aging. Think about that. It means the health of these tiny organelles is directly tied to how well and how quickly we age. So the big question is, what's attacking them? Well, it's time to meet the villain of our story. Let's unmask the saboteur. We're talking about something called reactive oxygen species, or just ROS for short. Now, you've probably heard of these guys before as free radicals. And here's the thing, they're actually an unavoidable exhaust that gets produced when your mitochondria do their job. Just by eating and breathing, you are creating ROS. This analogy right here is the perfect way to picture it. A healthy, tuned-up engine is going to throw off a few sparks. It's normal, a sign that it's working hard. But what happens when that engine is just spewing a constant shower of sparks? Well, that's a sign that something is wrong. The engine is malfunctioning, and it's causing a ton of damage. And this is a super important point. ROS aren't inherently evil. In small, controlled amounts, like the kinds you get from a good workout, they actually act as signals that tell your cells to get stronger. But the problem starts when the signal never shuts off. When it becomes chronic and overwhelming, it's not a healthy signal anymore. It's just damage. So let's step onto the crime scene. Let's look at the forensics. How does this invisible threat actually go about destroying your energy supply at the source? It all comes down to theft on a microscopic level. An ROS molecule is unstable because it's missing an electron. So, to make itself stable again, it violently rips an electron away from a nearby healthy molecule. But now that victim becomes a new thief, and it steals an electron from its neighbor, setting off this destructive domino effect, a chain reaction of damage that we call oxidative stress. And this is the aftermath. On the left, you've got a healthy mitochondrion. It's a clean, efficient engine, just pumping out loads of ATP. But on the right, that's what a mitochondrion looks like under oxidative stress. It's become a rusty, sputtering mess. Energy output just tanks. It starts producing more waste, more inflammatory signals, and get this, it starts leaking even more ROS, which just makes the whole vicious cycle spin faster. And the scale of this energy drop-off over time, well, it's pretty staggering. Yeah, 70%. The total energy output from our cellular engines can plummet by that much after each 40. And the primary driver of that decline is the accumulated oxidative damage we've been talking about. This isn't just a random number. It's the physical reality behind why we can feel so depleted over time. But here is the good news. This is not a one-way street. You can absolutely launch a counteroffensive. You have so much more control over this process than you probably realize. And the most powerful weapons in your arsenal, they aren't hiding in some expensive pill bottle. Just like Dr. Huberman says here, there is no drug or supplement that even comes close to the power of the fundamentals, getting quality sleep and quality exercise. So let's break it down into 4 simple pillars. 1. Quality movement. That zone 2 cardio, where you can still hold a conversation, is key. It builds more mitochondria and makes them work better. 2. Quality sleep. This is non-negotiable. It is your body's dedicated cleanup and repair cycle. 3. Solid nutrition. Eating foods packed with micronutrients gives your body the raw materials it needs to build its own powerful antioxidant defenses. And 4, sunlight and stress. Getting morning sun sets your body's master clock, which controls everything, including repair. And here's the coolest part. These activities don't just put out fires. They actually build a stronger, more fireproof house. They introduce small, manageable stressors that trigger a process called hormesis. It's like taking your cells to the gym. You're actively signaling them to adapt, to become stronger and more resilient against future attacks. So the ultimate takeaway is this: your cells are listening. They are adapting every single second of every single day to the messages you're sending them. Every workout, every meal, every hour of sleep is a command. They are always waiting for their next instruction. The only question is, what are you telling them to do?